Here we go! 60 outlaw! Down! Ready! Here we go! Here we go! Return! 132! Fire! Set, ready! Hut! Set! Hut! Hut! Set, hut! Get the plan! Ready, ready! Ready! 10, set, hut! Ready, ready! 8, hut! Come on, set! Hut, go! Set, hut! Okay? Right! Ready, go! Let's go now! Set up! Here we go! Set, hut, go! Let's go! 10, Lobo! General! West! Single! Here we go! Ready! Ready, ready! We good! 132! Fire! Down! Hard! Here we go! Here we go! 70 Indy! Set, ready! 30 base! Hut, hut! Ready! Ready, ready! Ready, right, set, hut! Set! 91! Put hook! Set hut! 15 Lonnie! 15 Lonnie! Hut go! Okay, ready! 66, bullet high! Set hut! Ready! 60 outlaw! 80 weapon! Go, go! Ready, go! Ready, ready! 60 yards! Blue draw corporate. Set up! Come on, set and read. Let go! Let's go now. Set go! Ready, set! Ready! Here we go! Set! Hit the plan! Return! 132! Right up! On the double! On the set! Hard! On the ready! Hard, hard! Let's go! 10, touch scared! Rotate, spell, top bird! Ready, ready! Got it! Set, cut! Here we go! 18 Gator! H3 to 18, hood! Ready? Let go! Ready up! Set hot! Okay? Right! '61, match box, light. Ready, go. Ready. Great stone! Travel! Set up! Down! 10, Lobo! 164! Wing! Head go! Here we go! Here we go! 70 ending! General! West! Go! Say go! Set, ready! 30 base! '22 jet bomber! '22 jet bomber! Ready! Set! 90 Wolf! '66 bullet high! Return! 132! Fire! Ready! 80 weapons! Hut! Set hut! 15 Lonnie! 15 Lonnie! Blue draw conquerors! Hut! Hut! Ready! 60 outlaw! Rotate! Spell! Ready, ready! Ready, ready! 60 yards! Topper! Topper! H3 to 18, cover! Set, hut! Ready, right! 61, matchbox, light! Hook! Come on, set, and read! Great stone! Travel! Hut go! Okay, ready! Hut, Set hut. Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh. General, west. Buzz, buzz. Ready, go. Here we go. Set. Get the plan. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Set up. Let's go. 10 Tuscan. 66 bullet high. Opposite. Head go. Here we go. 18 Gator, 18 Gator. Weapon. Exit. Hey. Single. Down. Hey, Lobo. Blue jaw Conquerors. Ready. Here we go. Here we go. 70 Indy. Rotate, spell. Return. 32. Fire. Ready, set. Topper, topper. Ready, go. Go. High. Set, ready, 30 base. H3 to 18, cover. Charlie, Charlie. Now. High, high. Set, 90 Wolf. 61, matchbox, light. Bravo. Zip, zip. Ready, ready. Set, hut. 15 left. Set, hut. On the double. On the set. Hut, go. Ready. 60 outlaw. Set, hut. On the ready. General, ready, go. the ball! On the ball! Set up! Ready, ready! 60 yards! 22, head go!
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Carolina Panthers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Watch the whip. Check three.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
What we got?
Jackson dances by him. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready to break. 55 to Mike. Check. 55 to Mike. It's our time. It's our time. Slam. Mike.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Let's go. Smooth. 80 weapon. Mike, 55. Check, 55.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for Isaiah McKenzie that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Ready, set. 52, Mike, 52. Coming. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the... Hey, exit. Mike, 52. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Now back to throw. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Check three, check three, check three.
This is McCaffrey. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Ready up. 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 52.
Looking to throw. Completes it to Benjamin. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Give him 6 yards in the first down. On first down, this is McCaffrey. Spinning past him. There on the tackle, Minka Fitzpatrick.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
He's coming. Double up.
First carry for the former Florida Gator, Jordan Scarlett. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
On the ready.
Come on, guys. 55. Bandit. Bandit.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14.
Back two.
General West.
Back two.
Go.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. No. Check that. Check that. We got Mike 52 right here.
Hey, Alpha.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go now. AT Gator.
Here we go.
A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Here we go. Set. 50. Plant.
Check 55 to Mike.
Hey, zoom.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Mark 55.
Ready?
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Darren Waller, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point try good by Gano, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
First and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. Throwing deep here for Coleman. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would jump. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 40, 20, 10, 5, and he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there from McCaffrey. 81 yards.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
They come out here in the eye. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. On the ground, it's Thomas. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
52's to Mike. Watch twist.
It's a quarterback sneak, and he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. It's their quarterback, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Panthers have taken the lead. The extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. The 30, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Rosas good with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Let's go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
There on the tackle. 1-yard gain brings up
These two teams all tied after one.
3-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Tight as Ringo. Tight as
Hey, Delta.
Ringo.
Let's go.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. The Panthers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Five. Shoot.
On play action, they'll throw. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
At their own 47-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Here's Coleman on the draw. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson, and he whips that one incomplete there. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Safarian-Jenkins, and it's 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Melvin Gordon, touchdown number 15 of the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to check it.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, foxtrot.
52, Mike, 52.
Step.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Emmanuel Agba make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And a play like that, with how far he had to go to make that sack, shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic, this is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
Buddy up. Coach Mel, 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. They gonna need some therapy.
Throwing on 2nd down, Jackson. Here he's got Grant. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. Now Jackson on first down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, Jackson. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Juju Smith-Schuster with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Precision, precision, precision. That's the definition of it right there. Great pass, great catch for the score.
Yeah, people talk about arm strength all the time. Well, if you're not precise and you're not accurate, your arm strength really doesn't matter. We saw a little bit of everything with that throw.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Come on, set. 60 or.
Go.
Bravo.
Go.
Topper.
Check 55, Mike. Let's get the ball. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle.
Look at me. Zipper.
It's probably all the way back home, yo.
Ready?
He'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
We better not.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 42-yard line.
Ready.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Golden.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here, don't end up in the end zone, ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Come on, D! Hey, Haywood!
52's the mic, boy, 52.
2nd and 10. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Not today.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
2nd and 2. His throw incomplete. Ray McLeod, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. Push him back. Push him back.
Go.
Back to throw. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
No, check that.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to look deep for more. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. TJ Green with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Rush in. Stop your whining.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal.
You better bring it.
Now Jackson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Austin Safarian-Jenkins. In the final seconds of the first half, and the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Rosas to add the extra point. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Shelling through the defense. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
You draw Corker. Now.
2nd and 9 now. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
55, Mike 55.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
It's 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Smooth.
They're going to try and throw. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
They go play action now. Jackson. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
At the 4-yard line.
He's coming. We got double up. Deuce. Check. Fresno. Let's box. Right. Twist.
Jackson now. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jakeem Grant, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Rosas good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
55's Mike, guys. 55. Watch the curl. Alert flare.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. A gain of 3, second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards and a Panther first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Micah Fitzpatrick. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Set, go. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Hut, 64. Wait. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Set. Hut. No chance. Check. Let it go.
They run high. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily, you're right, but he did there. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Jackson. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. 27 yards there, a first down. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
First down, Miami.
Ready, 59. Mike's 59. Cut up. Watch the flag, watch the flag, watch the flag. Ready, go. There you go.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he's got some space here. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season as his guys continue to pour it on. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And we're back now in Charlotte. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Let's go now. 15, 20. 15 line.
Hey, here I come.
Now.
They go play action here on first down. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Now back to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Christian Wilkins. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Check, 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 check. Let's go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down.
Hey, Delta.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Now watch run, watch run. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Steps away to his left. That's caught by Waller out left side. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. They run it here with Gordon. Oh, he shifts past him. It was Eric Reed in on the stop.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Ready. 60 yards. Check. What? Go. 54. You ain't going nowhere.
On second and 7, Jackson. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Give him 3 on the gain there, second and goal. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or two if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
On second and goal, Jackson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Austin Seferian-Jenkins with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. Shifts by him. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
27-yard line.
Ready. 90 Wolf. 80 weapon. Get that quarterback at all costs. Buzz.
55's my guy, 55. Hey, let's get this.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Flushed out right. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Mike 55. You don't want none, baby.
They'll set up to throw. Man open, that's Ray McCloud. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's second and 20.
Check 24.
Bravo.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
55, Mike 55. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
Get it.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
Hey, seam six. Seam six. Now.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side. That's caught inside the 20. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed. Convert on fourth. And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play.
We got this.
A gain on the play.
Down. 18. Gator.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll drop the throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
6-6. Pull it high. Hey, wahoo! Fight!
They'll look to throw here. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
There goes Melvin Gordon. He's at the 40, the 20. A big play there by Gordon, and even 80 yards. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Exit, exit. Check. He's checking. 22, Jet, Bomber. 22, Jet, Bomber. He's crashing.
They will run again with Coleman, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
Here
Ready, set.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches, be honest, don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
X3, 218, chopper. Smooth. Hit it.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2.
Looking to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Just like that. Just like that.
6 to go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Ready.
55. Check. 55. Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Watch the safety creep. Hey, alert 3. Alert 3.
Shoot.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Dolphins, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.